Mediendienstleister seit knapp 30 Jahren. 2023 haben wir unser 30-jähriges Jubiläum. Wir sitzen in Stuttgart und sind seit circa 20 Jahren, ich nenne es jetzt mal Hardcore-User von Redaktionssystemen. Haben angefangen mit Woodwing, als es noch eine XML-Lösung war, über Enterprise bis hin jetzt zum Studio, haben alles mitgemacht. Und ja, warum jetzt Storyeditor? Wir waren kurz vor Corona, waren wir in Berlin, ich und ein Kollege von mir, und haben einen Termin auf dem Woodwing-Stand gehabt. Und weil wir ein bisschen zu früh dran waren, haben wir uns ein bisschen umgesehen und direkt neben Woodwing stand Marco mit seinen Leuten und hat da Storyeditor präsentiert. Und wir wurden neugierig und je länger wir zugehört haben, desto neugieriger wurden wir. Und dann haben wir uns relativ lange mit ihm unterhalten, haben uns das nochmal im Detail und relativ ausführlich zeigen lassen und waren tatsächlich sehr begeistert. Und zwar so sehr, dass wir mit ihm besprochen haben, Storyeditor nach Deutschland zu bringen. Storyeditor ist im osteuropäischen Raum, also zähle ich jetzt mal so von Montenegro bis hoch nach Litauen, Marktführer, hat über 200 Installationen, vor allem bei Tageszeitungen. Und Marco hat das System von der ersten Zeile auf selbst programmiert und kennt es quasi besser als jeder andere hier auf dem Planeten. Deswegen meine Bitte, ihn auch hier in die Präsentation mit reinzunehmen, weil er mit Sicherheit viele Fragen sehr viel besser als ich beantworten kann. Wir fahren im Prinzip eine zweigleisige Schiene. Woodwing ist ein gutes und etabliertes System, das viele kennen, mit dem viele arbeiten. Aber das ist inzwischen so groß, dass es auch seine Tücken hat. Und was mich an dem Story-Editor begeistert hat, war, dass man im Prinzip eine komplette Out-of-One-Box-Lösung hat. Man hat ein Blattplanungssystem, man hat ein Digital Asset Management System dabei, man hat eine XML-Ausgabe oder eine Ausgabe Richtung Web, man hat ein komplettes Redaktionssystem und das alles aus einer Hand gesteuert über eine Administration, ohne dass ich irgendwie immer austarieren muss, dass ich 4 Systeme auf einem Niveau halten muss, dass ich immer gucken muss, welche InDesign-Version mit welchem Plugin von welchem Hersteller kompatibel ist. Und wir sind gerade dabei, das System, also wir sind nicht nur dabei, sondern wir sind eigentlich schon sehr weit, das System zu lokalisieren. Es gab es bisher nur mit einer englischen und mit einer osteuropäischen Sprachversion. Das wird es jetzt in Kürze auch mit einer kompletten deutschen Sprachversion geben. Und in dem Zuge habe ich Marco gebeten, das System mal hier den Interessenten vorzustellen. Marco, I just made a German introduction. I hope it's okay for you.
Hello, everybody. I'm connecting from Croatia, from one beautiful island, Brač. Presently, I'm on a short vacation, but more or less I'm coming from Zagreb, area of Zagreb. I see that Christoph, many guests came in, not sure about the background, and I suppose that you are all a kind of specialists in your area and working and know about the editorial or publishing system. So as Jürgen told you, I started some 20 years ago with developing of Storyeditor. Since 2007, my company Domena.com is present on IFRA Expo with Storyeditor. So maybe, I don't know if some of you been there or saw our product. We've been there since 2007 and Jürgen and me, we met at Berlin. I told Christoph before, because many of you know about Woodwing, I suppose it's quite spread in Germany, or maybe if you have experience with some other editorial systems. Storyeditor is now present in some 7 countries, where in our region, in Croatia, in Slovenia, Bosnia Herzegovina, and Montenegro, we are covering practically the full market. Especially in Croatia, in Slovenia, we have more than 95% of market share. So more or less every publishing house in Croatia, in Slovenia are on our system on Storyeditor. So here we're more or less known as Woodwing over there. Also, we have a strong implementations in Slovakia, Poland, and one largest publishing house, Postimees, in Estonia. Because Estonia is a small country, they are practically covering 60% of their market with some 5 or 6 daily newspaper to news portal and 4 TV channels.
Yeah.
Our clients more or less are mid-size or larger companies producing daily newspapers. Also, we have several clients with integrated solution for print and web and digital. So with Storyeditor, we are covering also front-end side with news portals beside print part, because we started as an editorial system for print production of daily newspaper and later, of course, magazines. I will start sharing my screen and don't want to show you any kind of PowerPoint presentations about the company or what the system can have, because Jürgen already told you that it is all-in-one solution. Usually I love to present and make a demo on a live systems where I can show you how it looks live. So I will start shortly from beginning, just to explain how the Storyeditor is built, and then I will show you how it looks like on some live systems. Basically, it consists of 3 parts. I told you that we started as an editorial system for print production, and because I think I was the first guy in Croatia that saw first or beta version of InDesign, and I am the Adobe certified expert for it and using it since then. So my background is also as a layouter and a graphic technician, but I'm also a developer and I'm coding. So it was some kind of mixture. So I started to develop a system for a daily newspaper. So one part of it, which we are calling Storyeditor, is basically a CMS solution. So it's a web application, which is not in cloud, but our present system is installed on premise, so on a server, on a client infrastructure in-house. So every of our client has its own server and installation of Storyeditor. But the main part and the central unit of the system is a CMS, which is a web application. So I'm running it through a web browser. You are now seeing my Chrome browser and with all these tabs here. Another part of the system is a client application called StoryLink. Maybe the one who knows DTI system. So it is similar to, I think, data. What was called? It's not data station, data something in DTI, or Jürgen, you know better how it's called in Woodwing, right? Some exchange something. I know it is a client. Yeah.
Just talk about the content station.
Yeah. It is a client application that actually is connecting to Adobe products. So StoryLink here on my side is connected to InDesign, and it can be connected to either InDesign, InCopy, or Photoshop for usage of media processing. And the third part of system is a StoryLink engine that could be used in some kind of workflows to automate some process, running it within InDesign. On DTI, I think DTI had some speed drivers that work similarly. We have StoryLink engine, which is automated engine to run within InDesign. We are not using InDesign server, if anybody is questioning. So it is just a plain InDesign as is here. I'm running now the latest version 2.22. The support for Adobe started, I think, with CS5, and then to the latest version of Adobe products. I think with Photoshop we are covering from CS2, then to the latest version with the same application. So yeah, back to Storyeditor. As Jürgen mentioned, Storyeditor is made of. It is as he told you, all-in-one solution. With all-in-one means that I transfer it now to one live system. It consists of these modules here. So on my screen, you will see overall number of modules inside of system, and I will just name them so you will see what they are. The first module, what we are seeing here, is a module for page planning, and it's of course covering the functionalities of planning of issues and mutations of issues for daily newspapers, magazines, and so on. Definitely for print production. Another module is a module covering of booking of ads. So it's a ads management module to cover placement of ads on pages. Next two modules are content modules. One is articles, where all the articles are here. This database is basically around some, I think, 800,000 articles. And the next one is a document asset management. So here we can see more or less images coming from photo agencies, but here we can have all kind of documents coming in and upload to the system, indexed and so on. This database is around roughly a little bit more than 3 million of items, and all other systems here that I will show you have some specifics. So we will also take a look at what they have. Next modules here are some specific modules for content that are. Some users are using them, some not. It's really depending on what they need and what they are publishing, what they are creating. So next three are, let's say, specific modules also for print and digital. One is called events. So this is covering data, especially for events like concerts, theaters, cinemas, and this is one table and one database of this kind of content that can be easily connected to either InDesign for print or digital. I don't have it here in a production on a system that I can show you. The next one is classified ads. So I'm not sure if you are dealing with the classified ads, but we have some kind of products that are created only of classified ads, something like this. So these are all some small ads coming into to a Storyeditor, where layouters are producing them more or less. This is the list of small ads with its content, and we made a background export to InDesign over I think XML, where the layouter just import, and then with I think 10 to 15 minutes are producing the whole newspaper. So they can be used in a way like a whole issue, or separately in just part of the content. Then we have a module for obituaries. I know that it's not so much popular, I think, in Germany, yes. In Germany, Katja, are they or not? Not.
It's not a lot.
Not so much, right? Yeah. In our region, some clients have it. I also spotted that the guys in Estonia also have it, but not in a way that they are producing and printing obituaries, but they are actually using it as congratulations. So, but in our region, especially in Montenegro and in Bosnia, some newspapers are having a lot of obituaries. So, if you don't know what I'm saying, it's ads for dead people, like in memoriam, and announces when somebody dies. So it's a tradition where they have it a lot, and so we have a specific module also for this part of the content. Another module is more or less specially made for a web, for digital part, and here we have fully control of a news portal. So these guys are running portal like this one, also connected to Piano, and I think that they also have one now German product that actually started by Mario, guy from Croatia, Upscore, also using it. But here we have I think that second or third largest news portal where editorial team is controlling everything from Storyeditor. So everything here is coming and can be done and published through a Storyeditor. Also some functionalities with controlling of positioning articles on the homepage and so on. I will show you later. Newsletters, quizzes. This Enigma part is for quizzes, polls, and so on. We'll get back to that. Also, then we have two modules that are not much used. One module for tables, which is not so used with our clients, and one module I think used only with one client, with especially for program schema. It's actually a module built for informative shows for a TV station. So in Croatia, for some three or 4 years, one channel were using it. Now the guys in Bosnia, they have a daily newspaper, news portal, and a TV station, and they're using it. So in connection, all in one. Then we have one module for we call them jobs. This module is for, let's say, some kind of schedule, task management in-house, so where users can I'm not sure if they're not using, but for example, maybe guys in Estonia, yeah, they have some kind of jobs here. So usually the editors are filling in the tasks, for example, for photo reporters, where they need to go to have some kind of shooting on site. They can also put the task for video, making a video or writing a text. So it's a kind of calendar. What they are covering, not to forget some jobs or orders for a team. The next module here is one actually the latest module that we built. It's a CRM module, and we built it for some 4 or 5 of our clients that want to get rid of their old CRM systems, and we somehow combine all of these their functionalities and needs and create a module which more or less it's less CRM and more finance. Our maybe one of the last clients that we have, it's a largest client in Croatia. They are running 2 daily newspapers, 24 hours, 24 sata, and Večernji list, and they are owned by Styria, Austrian company. So they are 2 largest daily newspapers in Croatia. And so Styria, I hope that you hear about, they are producing Kleinanzeigen and Die Presse, I think. And the CRM is running in their and on their Storyeditor since the beginning of this year. We also connected to their SAP application. And when I say it's a finance, then actually it is, because everything starts from a client database, and they are actually creating here an offers, and their sales department are selling either print ads, web ads, obituaries, other products, and they can actually here create an offer, send to a client, and after that they can make an order out of these items, and with invoice engine we are creating automatically the invoices and sending to a client. So it is practically CRM and a finance in one module. And with these settings, you know what I'm telling you about. We have here the configuration for invoices, activities, offers, price list, surcharge, discounts, taxes, currency in units, and everything else. Maybe 2 or 3 last modules in Storyeditor here. Some statistics that are here inside of Storyeditor, just for editorial team statistics. So I'm not showing this as a statistics like for a digital part, for a web, like let's say Google Analytics. It's not. It's just the statistics inside of Storyeditor, where you can see some information. Well, for me, like who is now inside of the system and who is using the system from where. Well, you can see that it's a quite larger company here. What's 260 users active here, with also some 18 layouters inside of the system. Then we have all kind of logs here, and production of for articles, who is creating or what. So if we need to, I don't know, see the production of article yesterday with who made the largest amount of articles with characters and cards and letters counted here, exported to Excel or PDF and so on. So it's how it's done. So it's not just the writers that we are here calculating, but also the media production, the photo reporters, the media processing. So the guys who are doing some kind of media processing and working with and doing some kind of changes of images, usually in Photoshop, page covers with ads, some InDesign backup where we can see the versions of InDesign files on what user who did it and what version is on one computer, and so on and so on. Feed module is a module where we are gathering news from a news agencies. Here the news agencies news are coming directly inside of the story editor, and from here users can create the new article directly, not just copy paste from some web page of a news agency, but directly they're coming inside of the system, and they have then the information when somebody pick the news that news is actually used and taken, and so we are avoiding the situations where maybe two agency news can be published in one edition when it's controlled with the system. So that's it. And this is just some address book of users inside of the system. So I will speak now a little bit of a workflow and how users our clients are using Storyeditor, especially now. Larger clients, not just the small ones, but are using Storyeditor as an integrated solution. So they are controlling the news portals like these guys. So they have this list of articles here that are published on their news portal. Not this one. These are Estonian guys, but here list from Croatia. Yeah, here. So they are publishing everything from here to their portal. Here we can see the articles how they look like with all kind of functionalities needed actually, and more we can provide. But of course they can also use it just for a print production, and in few cases now for last maybe 2 years we have also the implementations where the clients are using Storyeditor for just for digital part. So they are actually not producing any kind of print issues, but they are using our CMS just for digital part. So they are not using StoryLink application connected with InDesign, and they're not using StoryLink engine, obviously, because they're not using any kind of print issues. When we were talking about the content and articles here, how we can start to build something in our article database, where more or less everything is starting. It's really depending. Are you starting with the print production or digital part? Because if you're starting with the print production, then usually you will start from a page plan where you will directly go here from a page or not. But if you're using system in a content-driven workflow, then you will probably create new article here. And maybe the difference to some other systems is that when you're starting here, I just need to put some kind of
name of article.
Yeah, some work title. put it in some section, and I will just put here some confirmation that I'm actually the author of this article. The thing is that every article inside of the story editor has two content versions, content for web and content for print. Somehow our clients pushed us to do it in this way. I have to say that when I start developing story editor some 20 years ago, everything since then is actually produced on client needs. So our clients are the ones that are running the show, and they are forcing us to and giving us tasks what they want to have and what they need. So since then, story editor is practically constantly developing from needs of our clients. The article content is made of, as I told you, two versions of article, content for web and content for print. It really depends how and where I want to write my article first. So if I'm in a publishing house that is trying to force digital first concept, then I will firstly write content for web, and I'm writing the content of article here. So our article consists of separate frames, article frames, because with this we can better control the content, how it's behaving on the digital and in the print. So users are writing here these parts, superscript title, main headline, subtitle. If we have intro text or teaser, I can actually hide all these frames and leave just the main headline and text if needed. It's everything behind the configuration and administration of story editor. But these are the parts of content for web, with additionally info boxes and media items. And if I want to start writing content for print, then I'm switching it to a content for print, and I'm writing it for print. So either I'm starting writing for the web, and then I can switch on one at once for a print content, or I can start writing it for a print, just for a print production, and then later I will switch to the web. But the idea behind it is that editorial teams that were more or less in past divided between editorial team only for print production, and usually smaller team just for web production. Now every one of our clients want to somehow join this team and make that everybody who was in past writing just for print now to easily switch and give the tools to publish it to the web, or the guys from a web to publish it to the print. But if you have everything in one place, then it's much easier to control, especially from a side also as an editor, because I will use some text here to copy paste it. It will be easier not to write something. So here goes main headline, and let's pick here something that I will copy paste to, for example, subtitle, and then let's use some text that we can copy paste to a text part. Here we can make it as some inline title and make some adjustments, but we just copy paste it here. So I'll mark it This one is for web. And if I need to write the content for print, then let's start it from copying from a web, and I will now make it just a distinguish that this is a headline for print, and now we have headline for web. When I return to my list of articles, then you will see here that this article actually has the headline for a print, headline for a web, where if I'm an editor-in-chief, at one place I can see headline in print and headline in web, which is usually much larger. The start of the text of article and some additional info that is needed here. If I have images here, I can also directly tweet this from here, from Storyeditor. I can share it to Facebook directly from Storyeditor, and this article is actually published on one stage server that I can show you. So how it is? It's a stage server for utility lists, and that's how it's done. So everything is on one screen. On one screen here. There are many configuration parts that we can set up, where every user actually can define here what to see and how this list will look like. So you can actually configure everything for your own. It's very simple. You can actually see the list of articles in a table view. You can then just hide all columns or show all columns, and so it's really all of these are some kind of legacy of Storyeditor when we started to work with the clients, and now everything that we are building here, we don't want to change it for a user, because I know that when somebody is used to their everyday work, they don't want to change it a lot. But everybody can then just configure how the system will behave and what to see from this. So the screen that I'm showing you is just one version of this screen. It could be much different. Also, when somebody is writing in these boxes, it doesn't need to look like this. Actually, every user can define on their own preferences page the size of every the text of every of these box here for superscript, title, main headline, subtitle, and text. The size of every box, the line height, the text color, the background color. So actually, you can change a lot. Where you can, I don't know, change the background color and put it, I don't know, in a way like the old terminals have been. And if you're in here, you can have it completely different. So everybody can change it on their own, how it should be, also the font and some other stuff. So there really is a lot of things that can be done here. The tools here for writing of article content is specific for print part, where there are few tools just needed to have it, like for lowercase, change uppercase. Well, we have also Cyrillic, Latin letters. Spell check as you type is here also. some special characters here, usually bold, italic, underline, where you can have and use as an outer part, superscript and subscript, and then there are some of the paragraph styles that are actually connected within design for a print. When we are talking about the content for web, then these tools are much stronger for a web part. So either embedding iframes, tables, forms, all kind of stuff before publishing to a web page. We also have here the live web preview before sending it to a web and so on and so on. Two functionalities in the background that I want to tell you about, which I think is quite strong and from a security part and a user and outer part are necessary. We have here two systems that are saving all the changes of article in tables in database. So like every 20 seconds, you will have auto-save the content of article where you can copy paste it in and use it. So if I'm deleting something and somebody else is deleting something from an article, I can easily go back to find my own version. And the next and the second engine is article history. And this is one different preview of saved article content, print and web. And here you can see who and when, and with this color in what status actually left the content of an article. So every time when I hit save or save article and exit, here, then this snapshot of article in article history is made, and that's it. So all these versions of articles are here, and they're not deleted from database for a longer period of time. It's actually depending on a client how they want and when they want and how much in past the client wants to keep all this information here, either for some kind of, I don't know, trials or legal matter. Then we are keeping this data, and the system is in control who is in article and when and what is changed and what is left behind this user. So when you are working in a content-driven system, here is where you are starting building article content, and I think that for an author and a proofreader and editors, it's a module that is heavily used with all these filters here, where users can search the database either from a perspective of from a user, either who creates article, who is the author, or who is contributed in article, then any kind of keyword, any kind of word, actually, some general search like Google search when you are searching something like probably something like this to find the articles from a list of articles, and all kind of then filters are here, section filters, status filters, where every publication inside of the system can have its own workflow of statuses, article class, dates, archive, page, all kind of filters are here. And in general, because we don't want users to spend a lot of time filtering article list and maybe media database list when we are on some live system like this, where we have some really 800,000 of articles in database, and when you have like 3 million of images and like in their case, I think daily some 5 to 10,000 of new images from photo agencies are coming in. Users can create their own filterings and easily save them. For example, like this. This is a filter like, give me just mine created by me in section PR in date from this to this, because this is a live system and obviously I didn't create anything here. Then I don't have articles here in this database, but it's actually quite easy because here you see what filters are active with these small stars here. Reset filters, then I can see everything, and with just one click give me mine what I need to see. And these are just small article filter presets that every user can easily save here and create on its own, give a color, give a description here, and with just one click define what filter presets can have, and either reset and see everything. So as I told you, it's quite easy to create some shortcuts inside of the system and let's say move quickly inside of it. If I can switch just in short, in a few minutes in media database, to show you just a little bit about it, not much, but here also this part is used where users can upload many images by themselves directly inside of the system. In some cases, the images like from photo agencies are coming in through some background processes, through some hot folders directly inside of the system. But I think that the database is quite strong. It has a really speed search. So between these some 3 and more millions of images and coming in like all the time. So these images are constantly coming in, I think. So this one is practically, right now. So 7:59 and 50 seconds is practically now. And if you want to search something, they have AFP agency. So probably also there are many images from Germany, I suppose. Germany. Enter. As you can see in a second, I get out of 3 millions, 52,000, nearly 53,000 of images that somewhere has the Germany. The last one, which is actually connected with an article, is with this caption. Came in today, some half an hour ago. Diego Maradona, Argentina, is scoring the legendary hand of gun goal against England during, some obviously history image, but here there are. And if you want to then search more, then we can filter with a date filter. We can filter, I don't know, orientation filter easily. I need the portrait images here. So out of these 53,000, I get now 1,500 portrait images. Then maybe I would like to have reddish images out of these portrait images. So yeah, I need to have images that are more red, or let's have it bluish images. So Germany portrait bluish images, let's say. And here there are 98 of them. Some of them here used, and we here distinguished with this small border. We know that these images are here published yesterday with some articles, and of course here we have all kind of other filters that we can use, publish filters, user filter, publication, in what publication these images should be used or not, source, where these images are coming from. You can distinguish the bottom colored line here, yellow or blue or some other colors, that editorial team knows that, for example, these are photo agency images from AFP. These ones are from their own Croatian agency called Kropix, and so on and so on. All these can have a different color here, where users can easily distinguish them. Sorry. As I told you, this is document asset management, so we're not having just images here. In their situations, here are all these document formats are here. So everything that can be, of course, imported and placed in InDesign. I don't know. Also, they can have. Okay, let's reset filters and then maybe use, I don't know, IE, okay, barcodes, but apps, okay, with previous PDFs, PSD images, with also distinguished with RGB, TSMIC, grayscale color space. We could have also the audio formats, video formats coming in. I'm sure that they are not imported here, but actually they could have, and they can be indexed and used also for as embeds inside of the article content and published on the web, and they can be used. Of course, all kind of other items can be uploaded here. So Excel, spreadsheet, document, Word formats like this, and so on and so on. But most of the time, and I think that 99.9% of these are more or less are images. It's really depending on a content side. We have one news agency for radio stations in Croatia, where their document asset managements are mostly created out of MP3 formats, because they are publishing news to their clients. But more or less that's it. I suppose that you get the picture of the media database, and the same like in article list, users can define what to see and how to have it. So if I'm on a larger screen, I can see the larger thumbnails with captions here, dates, and other stuff that I can configure here from me, and the system will save these preferences anytime when I log in next time. It will be saved, or I can just put some difference here. Let's say I want to see 200 images per screen, and then I can search it if I want to, because I have a larger screen. So these are the content part. I will return to my local version of an article. We put here some content. So if I want to upload the picture here, then I can upload one or more pictures. Defined it. Users needs to define the fields that are necessary for images before uploading inside of the database, and after that my image here is connected with an article if I did that inside of the article, and that's also the part of additional content that article can hold. Besides these separate frames like superscript title, where users have characters, counters, words, manuscript lines, and target if this article is connected with a print. For every one of these fields, there are counters here, so user knows how much either needs to be filled in, or what is the present number of character, words, or manuscript lines here. Additional items of article content are info boxes, where info boxes are everything that is additional to article content. So they could be quotes, some kind of quotes, numbers, regular plain frame, or the frame where it has some kind of title of info box, and here goes content of info box here. From a side of print production, this first module for page planning is in charge, and I think it's a control room for editorial team, especially the daily newspaper who is using print production. So, for example, a live system like this. Let me show you. So the content is basically divided firstly in publications. These guys, they are running daily newspaper, and I'm showing you the daily newspaper for, I think, tomorrow. So this one is actually Friday, tomorrow edition of a daily. So the first edition of this daily is ended. Here in the page plan, beside there, 40 pages where I can click and see in larger preview how the pages look like. So if I'm an editor, I can quickly browse through pages and see how they look like. I can also click here, and every page it has its own PDF. So if I want to, I don't know, print it and just read it like more in detail, I can. These pages are now, as you can see here, in some kind of FTP status. In green means that all of these pages are practically sent to print house, but they're not finished for today, because they have 2 more editions. One mutation that they are producing. So this one needs to be done until 8:30 today, and they actually, from a first version of their issue, they changed the first page and the second page here. So all the other pages are, let's say, shaded here, and they are presently also changing this page 29. And I think their last edition for Zagreb needs to be finished till 10. So they also begin to change some pages here. So as you can see, the page planning module here also is controlling the mutations of pages. Some cool functionalities are here, like sorting of blocks here, where when I started here, then doesn't matter if these pages are open in Layouters in InDesign. I can easily change it and drag and drop it like here, and just switch it from one to another. And if I would click here, apply, then of course the pages will rearrange, and the pagination of on page will be changed. And actually all these pages that needs to be somehow updated, the statuses will be then switched back to working pages. So I really don't want to do that, because as you saw, we are on a live system. So beside the content and preview, here there is also the preview of booking of ads. Here you can see actual ad that is in uploaded here. The difference in color in these ads, showing editors if these ads are there either auto promo ads, or these are like agency ads, like paid ads. As you can see, they also have some kind of additional, I don't know, are there small ads, or just like some kind of text. I will switch back to my local version here, just to show you in short how the print production is working and how it can be done. Beside the fact that system, of course, can be used as in a content-driven mode, where everything starts with an article, and then layouter needs to define it on a page. More and more, our clients are relying completely to a template-driven workflow, where we have built for them some kind of screen where the templates are predefined like this in some template groups. And here editor can actually see firstly what template would like to use. Here also can see the plan of the whole issue. And for example, if I want to put this page on I don't know, page 32, then I can create blank articles out of this template, and for example, put it on a page, what I said, 32, and just hit here, place to page, and here I have template, put it on a page 32 with these links representing 5 articles created out of this template. So when I put the template here, and these articles are here built, now if I have store link engine, then this page is already in progress processed. And if I'm as a layouter, if I'm open this page, so this page here is in InDesign. So now I'm as a layouter using it and can work in InDesign. But the thing is that these frames are now already connected to articles here, and these articles, as they have like placeholder text we usually call it lorem ipsum because it's start of the usually start of the content. It's lorem ipsum text, so it's a placeholder text from a template. So these are articles with a dummy text, of course, but just because we started and created a template out of it. So as a layouter, I still don't have nothing to do because it's just I'm just showing you that the page is already in InDesign. The first functionality of StoryLink as an application is just, of course, open the page from some storage system where it is on a local network. Open it here, and StoryLink is controlling the pagination, the date on the page, the section on the page, so all the necessary data that needs to be done. So me as a layouter don't need to do anything else. Also, every section here that is connected with the page has two swatch colors. It has master color and has master 2 color, and every section in the backend of Storyeditor can have these 2 colors defined. So when StoryLink is opening the page, these 2 swatches is changing like it is mentioned in administration of the system. It is just some, I think, cool stuff, just because in administration of a system, you can define in SMIC the master color swatch and master 2 color swatch. And then that means that everything that you do, if you are using some kind of library elements, library. I don't have any kind of library here. Sorry. Let's open some kind of. Can I open some kind of library? Library. What is library? Okay. So, for example, if I have an item like this in library, then this item can be colored with, for example, master color. So anytime if you're using it for a different section, it can be, I don't know, for sports section red or green or blue. For some culture section, it can be in some orange, pink colors, whatever, depending on the design. But the thing that I want to tell you that every section can have 2 master colors, and every item here which is colored can be colored differently with these master colors. So you don't need to have a lot of library elements. You don't need to have a lot of master pages in InDesign if you need to change it just on the matter of a color. So color can be changed on a section base. So the first let's say functionalities of a StoryLink is that when layouter is working on a page in InDesign, and if layouter hits here save, then the StoryLink will obviously create the preview of this page in JPEG and in PDF, and the result is here. So this is the JPEG of the page, and this is the PDF of the page.
And what is very remarkable is that you don't need any InDesign server for it as normally.
Yeah, in situations where there are a lot of pages, and especially when you are working with magazines where you have a document that can hold 8 or 10 pages with a lot of images, then StoryLink engine could be very handy, just because if you are finished with for example this page, and if I'm click here save and close, you will see firstly that this page will close very quickly, and then it will reopen and close. So this reopening will be done but this application, which is Storyline engine, and this application is running on a separate, usually on a separate computer, on a separate server. So it's done like this. So if I'm clicking here, save and close, I'm done as a layouter, closing, and I'm done. I can work something else. But here, now this page is reopened by Storyline engine. Storyline engine created the previews and PDF and JPEGs, and that's it. So now I'm not influenced by the, let's say, speed, or I need to move forward with my work and work on other pages. I don't want that my InDesign is held by creating previews of the page. That's why we are using Storyline engine. Storyline engine is also the application where it's used more and more today in several situations. So not just for creating previews like I show you now here, but also for connecting articles. So when we put this template here, Storyline engine actually connects this article with frames in InDesign. And if I, as an editor now or writer, needs to write something here, I can do it in two ways. One way is that I can just open the article content here with these yellow, orange, light orange frames. I know that now I'm in this article on this page. And I have here the target numbers of articles. So if I'm changing here content, save article, I can run here some actions that will be done by Storyline engine. So for example, I can update the article description. That means that now Storyline engine will open the page, update the content in InDesign, create the preview of this page, and return it to me here after it is done. So it's not the idea that I need to do that every time like this. So as you can see, now I have the content here, but the content is already made in InDesign. So because InDesign is, let's face it, the best text editor tool and has several engines to work with text, so you cannot produce it in some other tool, either on web. And if I'm working on a larger text, then for me, this information is quite okay. I have the information that in subtitle, the target is number of characters is this. So if I'm writing something more, I will get here a red warning that I'm over this. If I'm writing, I'm not let's say limited by the frame here. I can write more, and the layouter will needs to, let's say, adjust it on a page. But the thing is that I'm sure that you are aware of the workflow between InDesign and InCopy, where you can actually in InCopy directly in a layout change the article content, and that could be handy also. But the thing is that you can actually mess up the page and the text in InCopy if you are allowed to. So in InCopy, you can change the font, the font size, the tracking, the leading, the kerning. And if I'm an author and I'm writing it in InCopy, I need to make some article smaller and shorter. and I don't have time, then I can play with tracking and font size, and maybe I can change from 100% of width to 98%. And these are the functionalities that I'm really not fan of. But the thing that we are developing here more and more is some kind of a WYSIWYG tool that, as an editor, you could actually have some articles frames here that are description of articles, and not just one article, but many articles here, where you can click here and change and put here the new article content. So when I go out of this frame, you will see here item updated by Storylink engine action. So now Storylink engine will automatically update this article on a page. So I can move on to another. Probably need some space here, right? And another frame, and so on and so on. After this, so whenever time I left, Storylink engine is fired. It is updated. It is updating the page in InDesign. Then I can hit here. So let's have a look how it really looks like. I'm done with all these frames. How it looks like in InDesign. The whole page. Now it's done. And if I refresh it, you will see actually probably the difference. That really it depends on a font and a size, but actually this is how it looks in InDesign, and this is how we are representing it. So it's quite close. It's, of course, it's not in copy, but it's really similar. And if you are using the plain fonts without resizing and other different stuff, then it could really look like very similar if the fonts are, of course, prepared here to be used. So we are actually developing now more and more these WYSIWYG tool where you can write in font, in size, how it should be. And after this, now this action is fired. I will make a preview of it. Just to show you that now in InDesign is Storylink is opening the page, creating preview, closing it, and yeah, let's see. Yeah, now it's, editors are also allowed here when they are working with the templates. So just to have in mind that I started to work with the template, changing the content. I'm actually with Storylink engine forcing Storylink engine to making updates directly in InDesign. I have the preview from InDesign without any layouter so far. I can also put the image here in my article, and if I run an action to place a media item on a page, then actually the Storylink engine will put an image, make a preview, return the preview of this page here, and after that, me as an editor will actually see the result. More or less, I have the visual, how the headline is on the page, how the image will behave. I can actually update the whole content without the layouter. Of course, for me now, it's just the optimizing the workflow. But when I'm done, I don't know, sending it to a proofreader. Okay, this one is not rated. Sorry, so I need to rate it. Yeah, this is also something that can be changed or done. So I need, as an editor, to rate the content. Now I can. Okay, let's move on. And I have here a different status of an article. That's this one. When I click on it, I'll see how it looks like. Yeah, so more or less it's a workflow depending how the workflow is arranged with the client. will it be directly content driven or template driven? It can be mixed, and more or less that's it. Jürgen, you asked about ads management part. The ads management part consists of two modules. Now, actually, two. One is ads management, which is just a booking of ads here. So it is actually done in a way that I'm creating a new ad. So, for example, GreenTomato ad, and I'm not sure about the size here, but okay, larger, yeah. That's it. I will save it, and I will add a date to publish it tomorrow. If I'm booking an ad, I can actually put here, let's say that this ad should go on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from date to date, and I'm adding in once all these publishing dates of this ad. The finances are here also, but for finance I need to have and start from CRM part, where I have the price list and prices and so on. This is just an ads management where I can use it for booking of ads. And this is the first module that we made just because of connection to InDesign. So if I'm adding an ad here, obviously we don't have a preview, the file for the ad, just because usually these ads are coming very late. But the booking is here for this date. I will save it, and I suppose it is here in a list of ads. So when person who is responsible for an ad see the new number here, so everybody who can see this icon of ads module, see also that these are some ads that are not on a page yet of this date. So for GreenTomato, I can put it, I don't know, on page 19 here, and it's here. So we just drag and drop it and place it on a page. When I do that, everybody who will see the page plan ad is here. If I'm a layouter and opening page 19, so now you see that I'm opening actually for the first time 18 and 19, and it is connected pages. It is a multi-page document. So now the story link is actually making it as 18, 19, and story link also placed the ad frame for an ad here. So now the space is created here. If me as a layouter for any reason needs to, I don't know, change it, I don't know, here, then I have several options. If I'm closing this and save it, on next opening of my page, story link will mention that this ad is not on the right position like it should be, so I can either reset position or not. So if I'm resetting it, it should be here. Or if I really need to change it and put it in here, then I probably need to update it to the database, I think. And then if I'm save and close this page, then in database, in Storyeditor, this booking should be here, like I put it in InDesign. And more or less, that's it. The next situation that you are getting with an ad is when somebody needs to actually the upload the visual of an ad. or if you have it in your database, for example, like this one, and you want to use it here, then the system will do some kind of checkings. Like, okay, so you upload actually something which is in RGB, so it's not good. The width and height of media is really different than the width and height of an ad. So you have an error here. And the resolution of this ad is also below the limit for this daily newspaper, which should be like this. So as you can see, here are some really maybe small but important checkings on the side of the system that could be handy for, let's say, sales department, because they are getting ads in a last minutes of a production. They're uploading, and when they're uploading the image, the system will do these kind of checkings, and that's it. If this is okay, then well, yeah, it will be placed on page like this. So I suppose if I open now the page in InDesign again, then the visual side, yeah, so the ad came in, and then I can say, yeah, but it's not good, and we need to do some kind of change. But that's more or less that's it. As you can see, the gray color of frame is now changed, because now we need this frame to be actually colored white, and it is colored automatically white, just because we want to avoid the situation where ads as a PDF, transparent PDF came in, and if something is behind, then you will probably that will be spotted and not okay. That's why the story link is automatically coloring this frame is some system swatch ads white, and to avoid the situation that something is in behind. But more or less that's it. So I showed you for now some kind of a plain workflow with templates and the content part. The thing is that this article can be easily used to put it on a web. I think we have this one within this one that I copy paste the content for a web from a build page. So this is this one, and I just want to show you just in quick that if I want to publish this article on the web, there are all kind of things here, like embeddings, web tags, even alternate headings, related articles, and so on and so on. And there's something more called flags that we produced and developed for our clients, where here in these flags are it is really it is depending on a client website what are here, but more or less these are some kind of checkboxes that needs to be filled in before this article can be published on the web page. So if I need to publish this article to a web page, first of all, I can create some live web preview of this article where the article is, let's say, prepared, published, and now it's on this stage web. So my image is here, headline, below, text, inline titles are here. So I can also, if I'm satisfied, just publish it on the web. So now it is really published. And if I need to put it on a home page, which is the stage homepage. I can easily do that with just editing of modules on a homepage. It's done like this. So I'm just putting this article on a first position here. Save sorting of this module, of this first module. So if I refresh it, now it's refreshing. Okay, the grasshopper is here. The second one is here. This one is also here. So I am actually controlling with just drag and drop the position of articles on a whole page. And if we will get to the digital part of handling the article content and the homepage and the modules, where actually I could on some real live page where you have all these modules, and I could actually reorder the modules themselves. So I can practically, this module here with first, second, third, fourth, and fifth article here, I can just put it somewhere below. And believe me, if I click here now, save ordering, I will get immediate call from these guys, because they are always on, and the web pages, they have some 20,000 users writing it and reading it, and that's it. But you can do a lot, and I think that we should use and need 2 more hours just for the digital part to explain what can be done, and then how it's done with our front page system. But really, I'm out of it, and the digital part is whole new playground. But the thing that I want to show you, that it's quite easy and simple when I'm here writing the content, either for print. I can really very easily just switch the web part. I'm still changing it to the web and publish it to the web and do some kind of check-ins. Just to mention one little small thing, to have another, well, actually 2 things, just to have the impression where we get with the functionalities. The first one is that every article here has its own article class. And article class can define how the article behave on a digital or in print. So, for example, if if this article is just regular web page article, and I want to save it and send it to a web, system will not allow me, just because, firstly, with this article class needs to have at least 1 web tag, and the main heading length should be at least 80 characters. So just to have the impression what article class means, I will show you the administration. So this article class here, you can define in the backend that article class needs to be checked before article is published on the web, and then article needs to have at least minimum of 1 image. Feature media, every image needs to have credit and caption, at least 1 tag, at least 1 flag. Then we are checking over headline between minimum and maximum characters, main headline between 80 and 100, sub headline between these minimum and maximum, needs to have web intro, check web text, length of the web text, and that's it. So all these checkings here can be enabled before user actually publish the article on the web. So you are avoiding all the situations where you have, let's say, the user that is not so much experienced, and you don't want that somebody is pushing the article on the web page without web text, or that the article headline is very short or very long, then it's not okay on the web page. So you can limit and force user completely how the article should be. And another thing regarding images on the web, images are automatically uploaded on the web, how we are changing it and how we are connecting images with an article. And we also put here the logic of focus point. The focus point means that if you have an image like this, and this image could end on different ratio on the web page like this, luckily this one will look really quite okay. But for example, if you have a people on image, let's see, let's have some live. Where are we? Filter. Okay, so something like this. This could happen, right? And they could have cut over their heads. So with only one click with focus point, so if you just put focus point here, which obviously it's okay for this article, I'm sure that author will not mind. Then of course, if something like this happened, then it's out of use. But here will be okay. This not okay, but this is just representing the very narrow and tall image. So with just one click, you don't need to do a lot of croppings and a lot of other stuff. With just one click, you are putting the focus point, and the rest is on a front end side. So with these just two functions, I just want to show you where we get, and actually how far we get with the page planning system. Just one mention that the plan can be previewed in many ways. One of these ways are also the way that it can be previewed in a preview of a CTP plates for a print house. So you can actually organize the workflow of the newspaper in a way that you could have a preview on a CTP plates in a print house. So on these print house, they are putting page 2, 47, 42, and 7 on one CTP plate. And if you are previewing the mutation version of an issue, then you will see and calculate how many plates you will actually change and spend more money.
I would suggest one big question that's still hovering in the space is what about the costs? Because this was one of the main reasons we get in discussion, because you have a totally different license model than all the other companies that offer those systems. Because
okay. I can explain. Well, first of all, the Storyeditor is usually sold on a monthly rental base. That means that the end client usually needs to pay one-time amount of money for implementation. That really depends on a size of a client, and I have to say that our implementation are usually last from 2 to 5 weeks. 2 smaller client, 5 large client when we are talking of print production. That means, I don't know, a client in a size of 150 to 200 users means that we need some 1 week of preparation, 2 or 3 weeks of education of users, and then in 1 week we are in a production for a print for some let's say larger daily newspaper or magazines. We are usually educating some power users on the side of client to have knowledge of preparing and managing the system. Another fee, let's say fee or expense, is a monthly cost of using of the system. And I have to say that I think that our prices that, well, I know from past experience and that our present client told us that actually our prices are, of course, less than, I don't know, other, let's say, large systems. And I don't need to explain you that, well, we are coming from a Croatia, which is not presented or known as some kind of software development country. So when we come to IFRA Expo, you know that we need probably to have 250% more of functionalities than other system for less price to be attractive.
Yeah, and to extend the information, it's very easy to configure the system after the demands of the customer, because what you have showed us is a, let's say, full view of the system with every functionality, and you can also just reduce it to 3 or 4 modules you need.
Well, actually, what I want to say that everything that you saw, our clients has. So every client has the same version of the system. We don't tailor-made for every client. Like, for example, somebody wants just a dumb module for a media database. Sorry, so everybody actually gets everything. That's the only way that we could control and update the system. And the monthly price covers every update and every further development of our system. So our clients are always up to date. And this is the main difference, I think, between, I don't know, DTI, Woodwing, and other systems, because I know that we changed a lot of clients from different systems. In Croatia, we switched, I think, 5 or 6 DTIs, Woodwing. In Slovenia, ATEX. 4 or 5 Terra system, which is a strong Italian system, and we switched them only because every one of these clients once paid for a system. For example, when InDesign was CS2, and after that they were on CS2 practically for years, not upgrading at all, just because every one of these developers and companies actually are forcing to pay for upgrade. So when you are once on a Storyeditor, we are constantly upgrading you with new features, and these are actually a lot, because we are constantly improving the system, as I told you, on a client base. So our client network is somehow also the place where they are improving our system with additional features. And do you want it or not, you will get these updates. So that's how we are.
Yeah, but you don't have the maintenance fees like normally, and you don't have the big amount of initial costs. Yeah, you have initial costs for setting up the complete system, but not the initial costs for paying for licenses and all this stuff, and 20% a year for maintenance and so on and so on.
Exactly. Exactly. But Jürgen,
and you don't, you don't have any seat-based or concurrent licenses, or you don't have any difference between those licenses. That's very important.
Jürgen, that's really good point that you mentioned. I think that the key is that we are not limiting user on a seat number, on amount of users. So we are, let's say, using the number of, let's say, everyday users just to calculate the base price. So the base price for a client is tailor-made according to a number of users, but client is not limited on how much user will be, just because the fluctuation of users are constant. So they are employing, letting off people, and we don't want to get in a situation that we need like every month to recalculate or do something. So when we agree on a price that will be okay and satisfied for a client and us, then we stick to this price, and then that's it.
So, for example, if you have agreed for a license number of 12 licenses, and you have 1 month with a special edition with 50 pages more than normal, and you need 3 volunteers or whatever.
Absolutely.
So you
absolutely. I mean, you want that every user has an account inside of the system. You don't want you want to. We cannot have a system where, for example, if you have 3 proofreaders, you have just one account for a proofreader, like let's say general proofreader account, because the statistic will not be okay. They cannot work all together. So you actually want that every user inside of the system has its own account. And if you have some outside authors that are just, I don't know, writing like once per month
or once a year,
or once a year,
topics or so,
I mean, you want to have that account inside of the system, but we want to charge it additionally because it is all inside of this price that we agreed in a contract. So I think it's quite easier to work that way.